Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm setting up my digital planner for the upcoming year, and I'm going to be starting a new planner, and I'm excited to create a vision board and do some goal setting as well. I'll also show you my daily and weekly setup and how I use the tabs in my planner. So the first thing I'm doing is creating a new planner file, and on this page I basically tick the options I want, and this lets me customize my planner and make it any color I want by putting in the hex code. I previously used a pink planner, so I decided to go with purple because those two are my favorite colors. For the paper color, I stuck with white just because it's the safe option, and I always prefer my weeks to start with Monday instead of Sunday. For the rings, if you've watched my other Plan With Me videos, you know I typically have rings in my planner, which are just for aesthetic reasons, so I decided to go ringless this year just to try out something new. I've used different daily and weekly layouts in the past, and I think my current layout is working just fine for me, so I'm actually just going to stick with that. I like having the to-do list and habit tracker on my weekly pages and the notes section on my daily pages because it gives me lots of space for journaling. On my channel, I do Plan With Me videos using these layouts, and my channel is all about digital planning, so make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're interested. For my side tabs, I did a mix of divider pages and external links. I'll share how I use them in more detail later in the video, but right now I'm just customizing the tab names and choosing the places where they link to. Now that I've finished customizing my planner, I'm going to import it into my PDF annotation app. On the iPad, I recently switched to using Noteful app, and you can just share the planner document and pick your app from the list. Over on my Samsung tablet, I use Penly app for any Android users watching this video. So here is what my planner looks like inside Noteful app, and I opted for the rainbow templates again because I love that it's so colorful. The first thing I want to do is switch out my planner cover. It's not really necessary, but if you have a lot of planner files like I do, it helps to tell them apart. So I just copy the design I want from my covers collection, and then I can delete the original cover. I downloaded all my stickers to my iPad and keep them in separate folders, and later in the video I'll show you how I use them using a split screen window. Next, I'm going to create a vision board for the year ahead, and I'm using one of the blank custom pages, which is designed for putting anything you want in here. If you're unfamiliar with vision boards, it is basically a collage of images that represent your goals and dreams. I love doing vision boards because they help me to visualize my goals and get clarity on what I want. I usually start out with some vague ideas and images and gradually refine it as I go. You can get really creative, and if you're stuck for ideas, there's lots of inspiration on the internet. I collected a bunch of images representing the lifestyle I want to have and used this split screen window to drag and drop them onto my page. Sometimes I don't feel motivated to work on my goals, and looking at my vision board definitely helps me to feel more motivated and inspired. On both the iPad and Samsung tablet, you can use the image cutout feature to lift an object out of the background, and I use the freehand crop tool to get the exact part of the image I want. I wrote out phrases and affirmations that further help to clarify my intentions, and then I used the highlighter pen to color around the words. I edited a couple of the images just to make them brighter, and that's one of the reasons I prefer doing vision boards digitally. It's so easy to make changes and rearrange things, so you don't have to know exactly what goes where. To create a text shadow effect, I duplicated these words in a different color and placed one over the other. I did the same for the title, and you can also use the shape tool to create a box around the words to make it look more like a sticker. To fill up the small spaces, I added things like text, which I rotated, flowers, or I colored it in using the highlighter pen. I filled up the whole board so I could show you what the whole page looks like, but I will definitely revisit this and fine-tune it. For my monthly pages, I have the main calendar view where I drop in things like birthdays, events, deadlines, and holidays. For each month, I also have an overview page with more space if I want to add in some notes or make a to-do list. The rest of the monthly templates, I tend to only use the ones I need, like if I'm focusing on building a particular habit, or recently I've been working on improving my sleep pattern, so I will use the sleep tracker. Because I'm a night owl, I like to edit some of the time slots in my planner, and you can do this by covering up the text with a pen that's the same color as your background, and then you can just write over the top. I track pretty much everything else in my planner as well, except for my finances, which I'll talk about later in the video. I went into more detail on how the tab links work in my other video, but basically these open up other apps and websites like Apple Reminders, the Photo Album, and Files app. And it's just a quick way to access those places without having to come out of my planner. I chose to have these apps open in a side panel so I can drag and drop things like stickers. I already have links to Apple Calendar from my daily pages, so I didn't bother to include it in the side tabs. I get lots of questions on how I use my divider tabs, and I usually dedicate a divider to a particular topic and add templates behind it. Like here I have my divider page for the Happy Downloads shop, and I added a to-do list and some note pages for brainstorming shop-related ideas. I have a whole bunch of templates in my planner for productivity, wellness, fitness, and finances, so I just have a look and add in the ones that are useful. I also created a section for reading by adding in some extra reading templates which are hyperlinked to an index page, and from the divider page I can just swipe to access the index. These are optional expansion packs, and it's just a way for me to add in extra content into my planner. For tracking my finances, I prefer using spreadsheets because of the automatic calculations. So recently I created a budget spreadsheet which I can jump to from one of the side tabs in my planner, and I use this to track my income, expenses, savings, and debt. I just add in my transactions and the calculations are done for me, and I get to see an overview of my budget versus actuals and where I'm spending my money. I have my goals dashboard linked to individual goal pages, and I started writing out some goals that I want to focus on in the year ahead. I like to look at my vision board when I'm goal setting. For example, I wrote that I want to create more memories, whether that's traveling to new places or experiencing new things. Every year, I also have a health-related goal because I definitely could be living a more healthy lifestyle and doing more exercise. I find it very challenging running the Happy Downloads shop because there's always something to do, but I'm not always in a productive mood and I tend to get distracted and end up wasting time. And I would love to be more efficient so I can spend more time developing products and making improvements to our planners, which is what I enjoy doing. If you want to find out more about our digital planners, check out my video, which I will link to on the screen. And I would love to hear from you how you go about setting up a new planner. Do you also do a vision board, and what are some of your goals for the upcoming year? You can download and try out our free planner if you're new to digital planning and just want to test it out. Our free planner has weekly and monthly pages and is a very minimalistic version of our full planner bundles. You can also find a lot of free stickers in our Freebies vault, and I'll link to that in the video description. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching, see you next time.